Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I do not know where you're located, but if you are located anywhere in the Midwest, it is snowing. I've had Christmas songs in my head all day because I'm seeing the snow. Can someone tell me when it's spring? When can we get to spring? I laugh about it because I wasn't really allowed to talk about weather around my grandmother's. They'll be like, "This is God's work," which I mean, yeah, God's in control of the weather, but they'll be like, "This is God's work. You can't talk about the weather, even in the thunderstorms." Like my grandma would make me cut off all the lights, the TV, everything, and listen to it. And I was horrified of the thunder. And she was like, "Listen to it. God is speaking." So I used to think as a kid, like, man, he's really pissed off. Like, so I used to be really afraid of thunderstorms. So, anyway, that's random, but I just need some sun. I just need some vitamin D immediately. Um, I'm kind of sleepy today because I stayed up pretty late. I recorded a podcast, not a podcast, an episode on my podcast. Um, it's about microaggression. Pretty quick episode. So if you want to listen to it, it streams on all platforms. Spotify, Apple, Overcast, Radio Public, Breaker. I'm missing somebody. Did I say Overcast? And I still think I'm missing someone, but it's on all streaming platforms. So check it out. I am planning on posting episodes every twice a week. Twice a week. Yeah, sorry, I'm still sleepy. Twice a week, and my videos, I will do a recap video this week. I kind of am on the verge of doing a video about the Red Table Talk. However, I've not really seen the whole episode, so I don't want to talk about something that I haven't seen in its entirety. Um, they interview Snoop Dogg, and I'm a little irritated by it. So the clip that I saw, first of all, Snoop had on a turtleneck, which just threw my whole mind off. Like, when did he start wearing turtlenecks? I guess you could wear a turtleneck. You do what you want. It's just weird because I just never seen it. And then Jada says, "Do you know when you called Gail, whatever he called her, um, that I was offended, and it offended my mom, my daughter," and it's just like, really though, like I get her point that optics are that's as a black man disrespecting a black woman. The optics is horrible. However, and the in Gail's defense, he should not have called her out her name, but in Snoop's defense, everything besides the name calling was pretty accurate. We all know about Kobe's past. Anyone that's followed, that was a big story back. I think I was a kid or something. Like, that was a big story back then. And I just kind of feel like that was inappropriate. And it wasn't even like the basketball player was like a friend of his. And her answers were very diplomatic, like, "Hey, leave it alone," and he just died. Like, this is not an interview that occurred years after his death. Like, he just freshly died. And my thing is, no one, absolutely no one, has brought up that case why after it happened and after it was solved. But when he died, all of a sudden it's being brought up. Now, I'm not negating any victims' emotions or anything, but I'm saying, like, I feel like if one of my family members died and someone comes to me and say, "Well, they used to steal cars," what does that do anything? They're dead. They're not stealing any more cars, and I'm mourning, and I don't want to hear that. And I just feel like people, I understand that's the world of journalism, but to do it to your own is even worse. And I think everyone's emotions wasn't just based off that one interview. Gail has been doing some off the bat stuff for a minute, and it all seems like it's an attack against the black man. So why I'm mad about the turtleneck? That is why, because now he's on this show dressed like Sherlock Holmes, saying he was sorry and crying and saying, "No, I wasn't talking about you and your family." Duh, he wasn't talking about The family, we knew who he was directing it to because he explicitly explained or explicitly let us know who he was talking about. Gail. He did not say the Smiths. He didn't say it. And here's the thing. Why are we condemning this man who has been calling women bitches in every song that he has? Like, now because it was Gail, it's not cool to say that. So does he owe every woman in America an apology for using that word in his songs? If anyone was offended, I would think it would be more of a reflection of how his wife and his daughter felt. Maybe that might have been an attack. Because that's a reflection of how he treats them. And I don't know. I'm just so irritated about it because I just feel like in a way it castrated him. He's there. He's looking as, I don't know, as Catholic schoolish as he could, and he's like, no, no, I didn't mean it towards you. Really? We're gonna hold him accountable for name calling. We need to hold Gil accountable and Oprah accountable for the black man bashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have not once said anything, absolutely nothing about this Weinstein dude. But they're constantly interviewing and constantly digging up um black men. It just seemed like another attack. I don't know, is it me? Because that's just how I see it, and it just irritates me. It totally irritates me. And that's not Snoop. That's never been Snoop's persona. That's never been Snoop's brand. I don't know who that was. This is the first time that I've ever seen Snoop out of body, and everyone's like, well, he doesn't want to get off Martha Stewart and this and that. Look, I can only go off what he said. He said his mother made him feel bad. So, I parents do have a way of putting things in perspective. His mom reaching out to him and saying, "Hey, that's not right. You know, you shouldn't do that because of the optics of it." I totally agree with his mom because I said it in a previous video. I feel like, for instance, if it was Martha Stewart had this interview, or Barbara Walters, I feel like he would have never reduced to name calling. That is a bad optic, and it does suck that the word bitch just freely flows in our culture. But on the other hand, we can't discredit his emotions and his feelings. Maybe he could have not maybe, he could have handled it a little bit better, but he was correct in his assessment. Like, what about the family? And everyone's like, it's journalism. Yeah, but why do we attack our own? Why do we attack our own? If this was another race, I just don't feel he would have done that. Like, I'm upset about that. But the turtleneck thing and the blazer and the crying out because Jada felt offended, I don't know. I just never seen her say anything else about being offended, Wasn't she like friends with Tupac? Didn't he use bitch freely? And I don't know. I just feel like people pick and choose what they're upset about. Either it's gonna be a set of rules for everyone or no rules for anyone. Like, that's just how I feel. And everyone's saying that his apology wasn't genuine. I do believe that the apology on social media was genuine. I do believe his mother did get to him. I don't see why that's hard to believe. I mean, that's what he said. So I do believe his mom made him feel bad about it. Just for the simple fact, it took him a minute to even say he was sorry. So that means someone had to have talked to him. You know what I'm saying? And then everyone's lumping it up. Well, he don't respect women for how he do his wife. So now we are taking one situation and we are just going to compile everything he's ever done and we're going to punish him for it today. These are all isolated events. His marriage and the way he feel about Gayle King are two separate entities. That's just how I'm looking at it, and I could be looking at it in a certain different way, but I just feel like everyone's handcuffing him and they're letting Gayle run free. I do not think that her life should be in danger. I do not think that she should receive threats overdoing her job, but I just asked her to be more sensitive. Like, where's the sensitivity, to the situation? That's all I'm saying. Um, anyway, so I really want to see the whole episode. Like, I'm very, like, highly curious on the rest of this episode, and I'm already thrown off by the turtleneck. Like, I saw the turtleneck, and I'm just like, what is this? Why does he have a turtleneck on? What is this? Like, now I guess is brand saving at this point. Like, maybe he had hurt his brand, which I don't understand how that hurts his brand when it's based off the street. Like, he's a rapper. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Oh, now I'm just looking at the key witness in Harvey Weinstein trial was hit by a car. And no one's talking about that, but we've been listening to months and months of R. Kelly and his different, I don't know, little girls town and this and that, not making it better that R. Kelly is like this, but I just feel like media pick and choose who they want to punish, and it's aggravating. It's just totally aggravating. It's all wrong or it's all right. That's just how I feel about that. Hi, Chris Weight Loss. How is your weight loss going? I haven't followed lately. But you're such an inspiration, such an inspiration. Check out Chris underscore weight loss. She takes us on a journey during her weight loss endeavors, and she's doing such a phenomenal job. Like, when I want to give up, I definitely go to her page, and I'm just so encouraged afterwards. I definitely am. Is there anything that you want to type or say, Chris, before I get off? I was at the end. I'm gonna wave. I like the wave button. I don't think she. Oh, I'm trying. Thanks. Yes. I mean, all you can do is take it day by day. I'm learning. I'm learning. Like, my monthly weigh-in is on the 29th, and I'm super scared about it because I did so much better in January than I did in February. So, I'm just nervous to see if I went backwards and forward rather than forward. So, I really love it. It's better to do things when you don't feel alone. So thank you for sharing your weight loss journey, with me, because it is very encouraging, very encouraging. Well, I am going to get off unless you have anything else to say, Chris. Once again, she's Chris underscore weight loss on Instagram. Okay. All right. I don't think Chris has anything else to say. Well, until tomorrow, stay warm if you're in the Midwest, and I'll talk to you then. Bye. You have a good day too, Chris.